All right, my friend. So I thought I'd make this video just because I'm sure there's other people that may be in this kind of point in the game, or it also kind of serves for people just getting started in the game as well on what you should be really doing and thinking about when it comes to using your daily Pinnacle energy. As far as for me, I've been playing the game since it came out. I also played the alpha and the beta. So I get some time in every day on it to spend my Pinnacle energy and do any other activities that I feel like I need to do. So let's just kind of go over where I'm at in the game right now. So you can see I have three characters that are over 70k. These are my three main characters. My Gwen is tier 6, Ning's tier 5, Estella's tier 4. They're pretty much done other than having their tier 6 and having perfect artifacts, which is basically the end game is farming your artifacts. You can see their guns, their exotics are all fully maxed. So we're done there. Their other weapons are fully maxed with the correct exotic gun mods that match their perks. So all three of them have that. So what do I do on a daily / weekly basis when it comes to this game at this point? Well, I always talk about you should kind of think about the future and what's coming up. So we know there's going to be more characters coming up. At this time, we just got the announcement Maru's coming in 20 days, stuff like that. So it's kind of like you want to be prepared for when another character comes out, or always have materials ready should you choose to start working on another character. For example, for me, Tan / Umeko are kind of on the back burner, and Rossi fits in there too as like a piercing character for me to level up. So one thing that I keep in mind there is that I need to level up this Izanagi's. So how does that play into what I do daily? Well, it takes a lot of infusion cores to level one of these up. Now you can see I have 357. I have enough to do these boosts. I have some photons on hand. I have one engram ready that I could turn into an Izanagi, and I have enough of the materials to get another one. So why haven't I done it? Well, it's because I don't really use the character right now. So my thought is always don't do something just because you can, because you never know what's going to happen, right? So like I said, Maru's coming out. We know there's another character, the gunslinger guy, Solar Hunter dude is coming out as well. Don't know exactly what's going on with their weapon kits. We know Maru uses double grenade launchers, but from what we see in the preview, it looks like there's possibly going to be an exotic primary grenade launcher to use for her so that you don't have to use the smart bomb. Smart bomb doesn't really fit her that well as it does for Wolf, because you don't really want to be consuming her super to charge it up, in my opinion. With Maru, you want to use her super. So things that I do. Let's get into that. Enough rambling, right? So every week, something I make sure I do is I come to the shifting gates, because you get one free game a week. So that's no Pinnacle energy needed to get Pinnacle rewards. But I play more than that, because the reason I do so is because I want to buy this stuff out of the store, specifically the fruits. So I play enough games so that I get enough of the credits to buy the three things of the fruits. And then I move along down to things like the Luminite, the infusion cores, the sheaths, and now they added in artifactual essence. Now, you see I haven't bought them yet this week is because I'm kind of sitting pretty good. I'll probably play some more shifting gates tomorrow and start buying out some of this stuff, but these materials, I have a good amount of them. Let's take a look. So you can see, I believe those are under here. So the Luminite, I got 103 of the choice, 551 of the choice infusion cores, right? We're sitting on a good stock of those, so I don't really feel the need to stock up on those. 41 fruits. because we also have, outside of that, we have individual fruits, 60 plus of each flavor. We got 54 spread, 29. I mean, you can see where I'm going with this here. So because I've been doing this every week, I've built up a good stockpile of that stuff. So it may not be as necessary for me to go in and buy out the store, as I like to say, of all these materials. So I could use my Pinnacle elsewhere should I need it, such as Singularity Chaos and farming for those impossible to get 404 attribute exotic artifact mods. So shifting gates is one thing you should be thinking about doing every week. Get in there, get those runs, use that Pinnacle, buy the stuff in the store to give yourself a backstock of material so that when new characters come out, or should you decide to go and start working on one of your other characters, you have stuff on hand and can start doing it versus having to day by day use your Pinnacle energy to get the stuff to slowly level the character up. The other thing I do, as you can see on deck, I have a lot of exotic infusion cores, right, to use for those exotic weapon upgrades. We got 357. This is almost enough to do a weapon completely from bone stock where it has no upgrades on it. So I spend Pinnacle energy inside Legendary Campaign a lot. Several days out of the week is strictly Legendary Campaign, where I go in there and just get some infusion cores, keep them on hand, because that will slow you down the most when it comes to doing a character, is not having infusion cores on deck and then having to only go and get the 24 you can get every day should you use your Pinnacle energy just in Legendary Campaign. What else should you do? Well, if you still need them, even though you may not be like, well, I'm never going to use that weapon, you never know. A character may come out that you want to use, that weapon becomes good for. And what I'm talking about here is the raid activity. You should do at least 3 of them if you need any of the exotic weapons. So if you need the bow, if you need the shotgun, if you need the machine gun, you do these activities, and you just don't do it to get it once, because you know not only do you need it once, but you need 3 more to fully max it out. So I'm currently still need 1 more of the shotgun from Menace from Above, if this would like to select for me. So as we know, the shotgun drops here. So I have 3 of these. I need 1 more. You need 4 in total to be able to totally max out a gun. So I need 1 more of those, and I need 3 more of the machine gun. So 3 runs a week. Since I need 1 more shotgun, I start off with Menace from Above. If I run it the first time for the week, I get the shotgun, then I'm going to move down to Asaki's and use the rest, those other 2, to try to get machine guns. So that's what I do there. Outside of that, what else do we do? Well, every week, when it comes to our activities here, you get 3 challenge keys per week for free. So I come in, I hit the Grand Master, depending on what mods I'm looking for, whether it's rapid fire and piercing, I'll do the strikes. Or if I want impact and spread, we do the blitz. We know Maru's coming up, so I've been doing some of the spread ones as well. And the gunslinger is most likely going to have piercing weapons, so we're getting those on hand as well. So as you can see, if we go back to my inventory and we look at our gun mods, we have all kinds of mods here, right? These are all mods ready to go for said weapons. So we keep those on hand. We also have these up here, the choice ones. So we got a good little stockpile. 3 rapid fires, 2 piercings, 2 spreads, 1 impact, and 3 complete choice ones. So we keep those handy, ready to go should a character come out that we want to use those for on a weapon, that maybe a new weapon comes out and we need to use those mods or whatever. We have them on deck. So what else do we do? So every day when we log in, we make sure to go out and do our daily bounties. So these right here, specifically the high value ones, because these you get 4 a day. They give you 15 leaves per. So that's 60 leaves you get just for doing your bounties every day. So we make sure we do that. What else do we do? Well, in Haven, we go around and find a cat. And if you don't know what the cats are, well, you should, because they give you stuff. So how do you find the cats? I want you to pay attention to my mini map here up in the right hand corner. You'll see people asking chat, casual chats, where's the cat today? All you gotta do to find the cat is literally just run around. You see that white circle up there in my mini map that looks like a cat there with its tail curling upwards? So that tells you there's a cat there. So you go up to the cat, do your thing, you click pet, and you pet them. Now I've already pet mine today and fed them the fish. So if you didn't know, they want a certain kind of fish, you feed them the fish, you get a little reward that you can then open, and it has a chance at being different random things from leaves to angler tokens. Most of the time you're just going to get angler tokens, but whatever, it's something quick and easy you should do every day. What else should we do? Well, on the weekly basis, you should make sure that you do your front lines. So what is front lines? Well, if you click on the map, open up your world map, at Red Sea Rift or Jiangxi Metro, you have your frontline activity. As you can see up at the top there, we have 0 of 6 keys. You earn those keys by doing your bounties. Those give you keys. This little purple thing over here on the right shows you front lines. You do your front lines to then use your key on the chest to get a chance at random exotic mods. So make sure you do those 6 every week. And again, the way you get those keys for that is through your bounties. You see down here, as you complete bounties, you start unlocking them across the bottom down there. 6 in total. So we do that. What else do we do? Well, some other things, going back to some things that may use some Pinnacle energy. Back to when we were talking about stocking up materials for characters that we may want to work on later or upcoming characters. Come in here, we do Iron Commander. It's also good to do Iron Commander if you're chasing exotic weapons for the first time or trying to get dupes, because you get higher drop rates. As you can see here for Blitz, it says 1 to 2 on the exotic. Because we have that abundant reward preview, gives us extra. I also have chances at other things here. So I may spend some Pinnacle energy on Iron Commander if I'm seeking out something specific. So I am still trying to get some Izanagi dupes. So if I have some leftover Pinnacle energy that I don't really need to use for anything else, I'll throw it in here. If I'm looking for a different exotic, we may do it in the strikes. It just depends on what exotic you're looking for. And then also Morgan's Prey for the topological acetine, because you get 2 extra when you do it through Iron Commander versus going and doing the activity yourself. But we have plenty of those on deck as well. And then also you have your legacy for your sheafs, depending on what character. So, for example, Maru is a void character, so we would want to make sure we have plenty of those void sheafs. So we want to make sure we put it on the void one, send out our group, collect our goodies when that's done. Outside of that, what do we do when we run out of Pinnacle energy, but you may want to keep playing the game, right? So the other things you could do, I don't do this because I have all the weapons that I need in the games, but you go and farm Gauntlet Blitz with no Pinnacle energy for 34 mythic parameters. You then craft up your engrams. You go decipher them with Bassinet, get those god rolls of those weapons that you're looking for. Same thing with the strikes. You can do the strikes too. It just depends on what exotic you're looking for, because you could hit that 1% chance. So do blitz or strike depending on what exotic weapon you're looking for. And then outside of that, the only other really thing that I do would be any current event that's going on in the game, such as we have the Festival of the Lost right now. But once we're done with that, the other thing we do is we go into Chaos and we just farm this for basic rewards for those chance at those exotic artifact mods down there. That 3.2%, that whopping 3.2. When you get a good day, such as maybe like Spike Show or something, and you can fly through a stage in 10 seconds, it's really not that bad of a farm versus not doing anything in the game. If you just want to play, you want to try to make your character. This is the end game. Getting these 4 perfect artifacts for your characters. So you could spend as much time as you want in this place trying to get those. That's pretty much it, my friends. So I just wanted to kind of break that down on what activities you should do, can do, should be doing, what you should be thinking about when you're playing this game, because I know a lot of people at this point, if you've been playing since launch, you're kind of like, well, there's nothing for me to do. I log in and I burn through my Pinnacle energy doing legendary campaign real quick, and then I'm done. Think for the future. Build up those materials so that you're ready when new characters come out. You already have everything on deck, ready to power them up should you want to power those characters up. But down in the comments, my friends, what do you guys do? I know I keep hearing from a lot of people, there's just nothing to do in the game anymore. You know, that's just how it happens when you get, the game is about leveling characters. That's the game, right? The game is building up a character. So once you build up one character, it's like, what do? Well, you move down to another character. That's basically what you do in this game. This game is about maxing out characters and min-maxing them by getting those perfect artifacts and things like that. Also, one last thing you can do if you haven't been doing your casual activities, go fish, level up your fishing, hold those fish so you can feed them to the cats every day to get the bonus gift. Do Shadow Shaper duels. You can get a lot of EXP through this and free stuff just from leveling up. You get those tokens when you play against real people. You can get like 5 games in of PvP. You get 5 of the tokens if you lose, 10 if you win. So get those every day so that you can buy those different cards from the vendor every week. Go battle the NPCs, get your rank up, stuff like that. Other than that, that's pretty much it, my friends. So let me know, what are you doing in the game every day? What's your weekly routine? This is Tease. I'm out. Hopefully this video helps you out. Don't forget, hit that like button for me. It's a free way to support the channel. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit that button, my friends. I'll see you in the next one.